Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to GregTech with the lovely sound of spiders dying in our new mob trap. Today, what we're gonna do is we will implement some sort of automatic loot collection down here, so that the we don't have to manually go collect the loot, and so that it won't despawn on us, because that's bad if that happens. I'm also considering whether we should try. Yeah, I'm gonna do something else as well. Basically, at the moment there is a small issue. I won't call it a big issue because it's not a big issue, but there is a small issue that the mobs go a bit far into the lava pit. So I'm just gonna block off access a bit more thoroughly here. There we are. So that should prevent them from going too far in. Now, I have also considered whether we should potentially put some inverter stairs above the lava blade just to keep them, again, just so they just barely touch the lava and not really go too deep into it. But let's see how it works with this, because at least now they can kind of swim up into the lava and progress into the pit where the lava is. And that might have an effect on the loot. But anyway, let us get working on a loot collection system. Now, there are a couple of things we need to decide in order to do this. First of all, where do we want to pick up the loot? This is a rather big one. Because I actually think that I want an extra door in this building right here. So, reduce the amount of glass a bit and then have a door leading out here. And then we'll have an extra path here when we finally move these rubber trees. And then we could potentially have the loot just coming in, in an iron chest right here, for instance. That would be pretty good. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. Let's get an iron chest right here, right where this torch is. Alright, so we want the loot coming in here. And that means, since we want to run it below ground, let's see, dirt level is here, so we want to run it all the way down here, actually. And we still have this old hole that we dug at one point here. Alright, let's see here. We need to find the killing chamber and not dig into it, because that would be bad. I think if we go here, maybe. Let's get some light up in here. And this is one block too close to it. I think I want it just so it goes on the outside here. So let's dig another layer here, and then we'll put the pipe here. Now, what we need to find out or determine is how exactly we want to pick up the loot and how we want it to be transferred. Because again, the obvious solution with Buildcraft installed rather is to have an obsidian pipe, because these pick up any items that are pushed into it, and then we can use a small water flow or something to actually push the items into the obsidian pipe. And I do believe that that is the most elegant solution that I can think of right now. There might be others, but yeah, for now at least. Yeah, I think I moved all my Buildcraft stuff. Yes, I did. Alright, so let's see what we have. Should all be in here. Alright, we have some stone transport pipes. We're gonna need a bunch of those. We have some gold. We need those. We don't need iron, but we do need an obsidian pipe, which we don't have here. So, 2 bits of obsidian. Where? Oh, where could I find that? I fear that I might actually not have any. If I do have any, it's not in this. No, I think it's over in the other building. Yeah. If I do have any at all, it should be up here with the construction parts somewhere. Obsidian. Alright, we had 5 pieces. I'm gonna need to go obsidian mining soon enough. There we go, obsidian transport items. If you power the obsidian pipe with an engine, you can get it to suck up from a wider radius. But for now, we actually don't need a wider radius as much as we just need it to, pick up stuff that we can push into it with water. So, if we go over here, again, water flow 7 blocks. We don't need a full water flow down here. So I'm just going to put the source in there, and then we can have the obsidian pipe right here. And that should then suck up all items being pushed into it. Now, I want these items sped up instantly, so let's get some gold on here. And then we need them around the corner. And then we'll speed them up again. And that should be enough speed to carry them all the way back home. So if we... this is gonna look silly if we don't replace this grass and this dirt here. And just one layer more, because we can actually see this when we look through the hole, I think. We can actually see quite far, okay. Well, anyway. There we have it. Now we just need an iron chest. And then all the stuff that's being picked up and killed in the mob trap should automatically end up in here. So let's see, do I have any more chests on me? No, I do not. I made a bunch more torches because I need to light up a rather large chunk of the land around us. That's kind of a necessity if we want the mob trap to work at night as well. I'm also going to need to launch a couple more expeditions underground in order to just basically light up everything that I can possibly find down there. Make sure that as little stuff as possible spawns. There we are. That should do the trick. Mob drops should now end up in here. And we have a hole in the wall. You know, since we have this set up now, I'm just gonna fill in the hole in the wall again until I can actually... until I actually feel like building a nice entrance here. I don't right now, because there's a couple of other things I want to go for, but for now let's just quickly have a look over here. See, the arrows that were in there already proved that the obsidian pipe is working, so I guess we can cover this up now. Let's give it a bit of blast protection here, and finally a layer of dirt. Hello, Mr. Creeper. Are you gonna burn? Psst, 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 psst. There we are. Beautiful. So again, the more... I have yet to see any spiders die in here, actually. That's kind of worrisome. I'm wondering if the gaps I left are not large enough for spiders to actually fall through with the... Ow. There is a spider somewhere in here. No, I think they should be big enough for spiders to fall through. It's just that they don't want to. Yeah, spiders are falling through, no worries. They're even dropping string, which is going into obsidian pipe and getting carried all the way into our base. Not to worry, not to worry. Alright. So, we have a fully functioning mob trap now. It still hasn't produced a lot. It's still not gonna produce a lot until we, you know, finish up the lighting up job downstairs and maybe get an extra couple of floors in there. But it's working at least, which means that we will have a very slow but steady trickle of gunpowder and other beautiful stuff coming in. Now I also discovered that I had like 4 stacks of rotten flesh, so I've started centrifuging some of that into methane. And I see the third one here should be done in just a moment, and I can fill in the rest. Again, this is a sort of... This is not a quick recipe, I think. How long does it take? Not carrying machine there. 250 seconds, yeah, that's quite a while. That's 4 minutes and a bit. To just make one single methane cell. Which basically all it does is it cans 20,000 energy for me. But again, 20,000, that's a fifth of a battery. And again, on a rainy day, it could be very useful. So, I'm gonna go down to my Buildcraft chest and quickly deposit all the rest of what I have. And then we can move on to the other thing. Basically, I have a sort of a loose end that I want to quickly catch up on. I'm saying sort of loose end because it's not. It's a side project we have going. But in order to, you know, do anything about it, I'll need to go in here and up onto the second floor, where I have my grafter. There we have it. Now, these bees out here have been working hard. both the desert ones and the other ones. And over here, I think I saw a bunch of pollinated leaves. Yeah, that was not the mundane larch. I don't think that was either. But let's just quickly get the forester's backpack here. Red spruce, apple oak. Definitely not a mundane larch. Neither of them were. That's a bit annoying, actually. So we have 3 different apple oaks, where each of them have some sort of aspect from spruce wood, like they might grow taller, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna need to get a new grafter. How do I actually make a grafter? Let's see, bronze. All right, so yeah, the amount of uses there are in them is really not that impressive. I think I can get 2 more leaves with this one, and then I'm gonna be out. So let's try for some good leaves. This one. Nope. This one. There we are. That's a mundane larch. This one here. I'm gonna plant this right over here. Let's see. Where do we want it? Do we want it? I kind of want it. There we are. Alright, there. And do I have some bone meal left in here? I kind of want to just get this tree grown up so we can see it. It actually has quite a nice type of log associated with it. There we are. Ah, that's a tiny one. That's not cool. Alright, I'm gonna hope that we get a sapling from it. Cut it down here. And then hopefully they'll drop a sapling. No, my experience with the mundane larches is that they drop lots of saplings. But again, without a tree analyzer and the sapling to actually analyze, I won't be able to know for sure. Speaking of analyzing and bees, as you can see here, I've changed the goal on this one to a purebred cultivated because it actually turns out that one of these cultivated bees that I actually got from like some village or something actually turned out to be good enough to be purebred. So I have a purebred cultivated and I have a purebred common now. If I take these 2 together, I can start on the industrious branches, but I'm just kind of trying to get enough drones so that I can convert one of the like the mystical ones or a forest one or something into, I think I cultivated. Like I want to convert a regular princess into one of the cultivated ones, and then use that one to breed with, to kind of further breed with. There we are. That's a sapling. Alright, I got a couple of saplings. Now we can take the... I only got 1 sapling. Really? Let's just quickly see if we can... Now, it appears that you can't actually get the leaves from these trees. That's kind of silly. Alright, I have 1 sapling. That's good enough, I guess. Wasted a bit of power doing all the chainsawing, but whatever. Let us get the mundane larch wood here into the sawmill. And then in just a moment's time, you can see the beautiful color of the larch wood. I also have all this wood pulp here. Still haven't quite figured out what exactly I wanted to do with it. You can make carton with it, which you can use to like make a survivalist tool kit, which you can then like you can stack these and then you can right click them and you get a tool. Which I guess if you're going out on a journey and you just want to have a bunch of pickaxes with you and you have a lot of bronze, that's kind of useful. But other than that, I don't think carton really has much use. So what else can you do with wood pulp? You can make the muffler. And you can burn it, and you can make paper. I think the paper is probably the most useful, but again, with the water, it's not really that great. Anyway, larch wood coming in. And as you can see here, it has actually kind of a skin color, at least for Caucasians. A very pink, pig-ish color. So if you want to, make a wooden pig somewhere, then the mundane larch wood is the perfect choice. I remember building a house out of it on another world I had, and then I tried putting on the Sphax texture pack just for fun, and the wood turned even more pink than it already was. Quite the horrible sight to see my beautiful house all of a sudden being a complete. Something you might have seen in a metal product or something for Barbie. It was quite a jarring experience. So, anyway, I think with the mob trap set up, we can cross it off on the list out here. It's not working fast, but it's working, so we can, I guess we can change the sign into saying expand mob farm. So what do we have left here? Expand mob farm, nuclear power plant. I think that deserves an episode in itself. Oil drilling, refining, black gold baby. Oil drilling, yeah. The way that's gonna work is most likely... Oh, we actually have an extra sapling. The way that's gonna work is that most likely we're gonna get another Buildcraft pump set up with some redstone engines over there. And then we're gonna pump it into what's called a liquid loader. Now the liquid loader can move liquids from its internal storage tank into a minecart, into a tank minecart that's been placed underneath it. So like you make a, I think it's underneath at least. I do believe gravity has an effect there. So you go from the liquid loader to the minecart, then we can send the minecart back to here, where we'll then have a liquid unloader and put it into the last tank we have in the basement. And then we're basically gonna store up all the oil we can until such a point in time where we can refine it and actually get byproducts and such from it. But again, that's gonna require, first of all, that we figure out what we want to do with the tracks, whether we want to use boosters or whether we want to make a locomotive. So let's look at that locomotive actually. Loco. Let's see. High pressure boiler tank, that's just steel plates, yeah. Solid fuel firebox, bricks, fire charge, furnaces. Alright, fire charge is blaze powder, gunpowder, and coal. That should be possible. So we need to make 2 of these fire charges. Let's see. Gunpowder, blaze powder, and coal. I should have the rest of that in the other building. And then I don't actually know how many bricks I have. I know I have a bunch of clay, but we're gonna probably have to cook some of that up. Got 62 clay here. That's a start. So I need 1 piece of gunpowder. Do I have that? Anywhere. There. And finally, blaze powder. Combine it all. Yep. Then I need 2 furnaces. Drop the rest on the floor. And bricks. Brick. I do believe I have the rest of all this in here. Again, I'm sort of getting to the point in the game where I pretty much have whatever I need. I have it somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. So, bricks. There, and there. Solid fuel fireboxes. Beautiful. Now, high pressure boiler tanks. We needed 4 of those. So those just like this. Then we need some iron bars. Got those right here. And finally we need 2 minecarts, which again is back in the other building. I need a little like rail area. Alright, let's see here. Locomotive. Minecarts. Iron bars. Boiler tanks. Fireboxes. There we go. 1 grey locomotive. Actually, I need that minecart. Alright, let us see. I'm probably gonna need some water. Let's get my buckets here, and I'm also gonna need some fuel, so let's grab some coal coke, and hopefully this locomotive will actually use coal coke, considering that it is railcraft and all, you know. And since it's a steam locomotive, that's why I assume that we're gonna need water. I also know for a fact that there is a system in place to automatically refill locomotives with water from water towers, or if they pass below them. But that's like, if that's the case where we need to reliably refill. Oh god, I have that one on. Sorry about that. If that's the case, then we'll just set up some sort of pump system down here as well. And then at least once a trip, the locomotive will be refilled. So, let's see. Well, yeah, that kind of looks like something from a theme park. Get one of these. Get that. Alright, so you have to start with the locomotive, I guess, or I just managed to hit the same thing twice. Alright, so look at all of this. So, water goes in here. And one more bucket. Shut down, lock, I don't know, that's a ticket. Insert ticket, yeah. Alright, so if we put in a piece of coal, do we really need a ticket to 80 steam per tick for 1,000 ticks on a steam locomotive? So how do we actually get this to work? Locomotive track, start, stops. Passing locomotives will blow the whistle, nice. Let's see here. Not limited track, locomotive track. So signal lamps. Can we not just kind of push it? So how do we fire this thing up? And what are these slots for? Hold on, I'm gonna research this just for a moment so we can actually figure out how this works. Okay, I think I figured it out. So if we get in the cart here and right click on the locomotive, these buttons are actually grayed out, but that only means that they're not active. So I can click on running here and it'll start up the locomotive. Now it needs to heat up first of all, which is again another reason where the oh god, it's using a lot of fuel just to heat up. But that's another issue where another one where the little firestone from the nether could be useful. Alright, so we reached 100 degrees, now we're starting to produce steam. So this down here is the speed toggle. So the question is, can we make it work? Oh wait, am I controlling it manually? I guess I am. So if I turn it on idle, let's see, tooltip here. Reduce fuel usage but retains its heat. Okay. Whatever. So basically... Oh, now it's going top speed. Alright. So this is rather quick, but at the same time it's also using a lot of fuel. So if I right click this, I should be able to turn it around, but I think it has to be stopped. Can I stop it? There we are. And I want it full speed. Power me into that skeleton. Come on, let's run the skeleton over. I think the locomotive might have to be in front for it to actually work like this, but basically I read that the locomotives can clear the tracks without stopping. So yeah, that does appear to be working. But damn, it's using a lot of fuel. But yeah, so if it's on idle, it'll stop, I guess. And just sit here waiting. Yeah, that does reduce the fuel usage, but it doesn't really... So if I turn it around here, I should be able to... If I turn over to running, I can get to the end portal pretty quickly, admittedly. Like, this is rather fast. But it has the same issue as all other steam engines does, and that is, unless you can keep it running all the time, it's gonna be hell of expensive in fuel. And as you can see, we used, what, 18, 17 coal coke just to fill it up with steam. which it then consumes rather quickly actually when running. And then once we finally do get here, like, yeah, it uses a lot of steam to move this quickly. It does move quickly, I'll give it that, but it's not fuel efficient enough to actually be sort of reliable in this thing that we use once in a while. So yeah, stop. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We have a steam locomotive here, we've been playing around with it a bit, it works pretty well for traveling long distances, but again, I'm not sure that the built-in boiler just consumes too much energy unless you have a Firestone. If we can get a Firestone, I think that might actually just have bumped up a couple of notches on our priority list. If we had a Firestone, it would be very much a non-issue, because it would heat up so quickly that the fuel usage would not be bad compared to the speed we're getting, and the fact that we don't have to bother with putting down booster tracks. Oh yeah, I ran out of tracks here. That's fun. But yeah, okay, alright. I'm gonna leave it here for now, and then I will see you guys next time. Hopefully this train won't blow up when I pick it up. I'll see you then. Bye.